Welcome to this trauma-informed yoga class for self-embodiment, really focusing on those sensations of the physical body getting back into the body. All you will need is a mat for this class, although having something to sit on might feel nice as well. So go ahead and get ready, and we'll get started. You can join me sitting to start. Like I said, if you want something to sit on to support your hips, feel free to go and grab that now. You can gently close your eyes or gaze ahead of you. We'll start the practice by tuning into the physical body. This entire practice can be useful to get out of your head and focus on the sensations in the body. You can start by tuning into your breath. You don't have to change it at all. Just notice as it enters and exits the nose or the mouth. And then starting at the top of your head, you can do a gentle scan through the body. Just noticing if any sensations come up. If you notice any pain, if anything feels really good, maybe it feels light and flowy, maybe it feels heavy. Moving from the head down to the shoulders and the arms, down into the hands, coming back up the arms and noticing the sensations through the chest, the upper back, the mid back, the stomach. And if you don't notice anything, that's 100% okay as well. Coming into the low back and the pelvis, the hips. Going down through the glutes, through the thighs and the calves. And ending at the feet. And taking one nice deep breath in and out. You can take your hands in front of you and just start rubbing them together. Bring some warmth to the hands. We'll get a little bit of a warm sensation going on through here. Rub them together. And then if you'd like, you can place them over your eyes. Just have a bit of that cocoon, that warmth covering your eyes for a moment. One nice breath here. And then let those hands go. Coming into some gentle movements here as you're sitting, just rocking side to side, maybe circling the hips, circling the body. Moving at a fast or a slow speed, finding what works for you. Perhaps some seated cat-cows, rounding and arching throughout the back. Anything that feels good as you're seated here. Working with that breath, working with those sensations, noticing anything that comes up. You don't have to label it as good or bad. We're just bringing awareness to the body. And if you are sitting on something, I invite you to move it and we'll swing our way into cat-cow. So going onto hands and knees. And in the cat-cow here, spreading those fingers nice and wide. Really feel those hands supporting you. Feel the tops of your feet supporting you, your shin bones and your knees. On an inhale, you can lower your stomach to the ground. Tailbone goes up, head goes forward. Exhale, rounding throughout the spine, chin to chest, tailbone goes under. Once again here, you can tune into these sensations, how the back feels, how the spine feels, how your hands and your feet feel as they support you. And always know that if tuning inwards becomes too much, you can take a break. I'll do a few more of these. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, lower the stomach to the ground. Tailbone goes up. And then coming back to a neutral spine here, you could keep going with the cat-cows if you want. If you want something a little bit different, you can look over your left shoulder. That's going to cause your hips to go to the right a little bit. And then you can switch. Look over the right shoulder. That's going to cause your hips to go to the left a little bit. You can just do a few times back and forth, kind of like we're a dog wagging our tail. Looking over, finding those movements. Once more. And then once you're back to center, we are going to flow to standing. So if you want to just jump up or walk up and join me in standing, feel free. If you want to join me to kind of flow up to standing, we're just going to lean our hips back. So we're coming into a semi-child shape here. So hips go back, glutes go back. And then instead of going into downward dog, I invite you to just kind of bring those knees up and walk the body forward into standing. Standing up. Taking a moment here to ground down through the feet. Giving thanks to the body for supporting you, the feet for supporting you in standing. You can spread those toes nice and wide and really push them down into the ground for support. And then if you'd like, you can come into a chair shape. So as your feet are supporting you, you're going to inhale, bend those knees, swing those arms up into a chair. Arms can go all the way above your head, or perhaps you keep them forward. Holding here for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Bend a little further into the knees and then bring them up, bring them straight. Staying standing, I'm going to turn so you can see me a little bit better. Going into a bit of a side stretch here. So once again, feet are supporting you. Toes nice and wide. Bring your arms above your head. Take your left hand and just wrap it around the right arm, right forearm. And then just slowly lean your body over to the left. Bit of a side bend here. Perhaps noticing sensations through the side body here or anywhere else. And if something ever feels uncomfortable or just doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it. Exhale back up to standing. Switching sides, so the right hand is going to hold on to the left forearm, and then we're just going over to the right. Gentle breathing here up. Feeling those sensations. Try and relax the shoulders if you can, even though they're up. Exhale, come back to start. Moving to the top of your mat, we'll flow down to sitting. So as you're here, just really gently, slowly bending through the body. You can bend the knees as much as you want to get your hands to the ground. And then you are going to slowly bend the knees a little more so that you can come down to a seated shape. And as you're sitting here, legs can go as straight or as bent as you would like. If you need a little bit of a bend under the knees or you need a pillow under the knees, that extra support, feel free to grab that. And then from here, noticing sensations in the feet. So just moving the feet, bringing those toes down to the ground, pointing the toes. Bringing them up so that your feet are coming towards your body and just moving through a few of those back and forth. Bringing some ankle mobility, some circulation to the feet. Our feet do a lot of work for us throughout the day, and they deserve some love. And you can slowly do some circles with the feet as well. Going one way and then the other way. And then moving in through sensations in the legs. I invite you to lean your body forward as far as feels comfortable for you until you feel a bit of a stretch in the back of the legs or perhaps a stretch in your low back. Once again, you can bend the knees as much as you need here. You don't have to lean forward far. If you get a stretch or a sensation right away, you can stop there. If you'd like to go further, bring those hands all the way down to the feet. Feel free. Taking a moment here in stillness. If your mind wanders away, perhaps bring it back to the sensations in the body. And on your next exhale, you can slowly bring your body back up, moving into a boat shape here. So this is going to be a little bit of a core exercise. You can start by bending the knees and having your feet resting on the ground. Many variations of this. So first variation would be this. Feet down, you stay nice and tall. Maybe you bring your arms forward like you're holding a basket. You can stay like this. Another variation would be to try and bring one leg up. A second variation would be both legs up in a full boat. And you can bring your arms up. If you need or you want your hands behind you for support, you can do that. So choose the variation, choose the option for you. We'll hold for 3 breaths. Two more breaths. Last one. And exhale. Take those hands around the knees. Give yourself a bit of a hug and sitting. Get a counter movement here. And then we can flow onto our backs. If you want to just go back onto your back, that's totally fine. If you want to continue with a little bit of core sensation here, you can gradually and slowly lower yourself to the ground. So using those core muscles, bringing your body down. We worked from the feet up to the core. We're going to focus just on a few sensations in the chest and the upper back here. So as you're lying here, just notice if anything comes up there. You might decide to try and kind of squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you for a little bit of activation through the mid-back. And then perhaps tuck your chin very slightly, getting a bit of a stretch through the back of the neck. And just holding here for a breath or two. And then you can relax the upper body, let everything go. Bringing your knees to your chest for a final little stretch here. Maybe rocking the knees side to side and doing some circles. You can do a little scan through the body once again as you're here and just notice, is there anywhere else that feels it needs something? It needs a stretch, it needs to be hugged, it needs to be touched. And if anything else comes up and you can give yourself that, feel free to do that now. Whenever you're ready, you can lower your knees down, ending in our final resting shape, whatever that looks like to you. Relax the jaw and the mouth, the forehead. Let the body melt into the surface behind you. Unclench the jaw and clench the glutes. Allow those feet and those hands to splay and relax. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was a great way to feel embodied, noticing all the physical sensations. You can rest here as long as you would like. I'll see you next time.